Yeah. We're dog sitting them for a couple of weeks. What do you want? You wanted to play? Oh, is that Darren? Is that my baby? Go on then. Go on then. Hi guys, so I thought I would just do an intro to this video. Today we are going to have sort of more like a relaxed vlog style video, but I am going to be sorting out basically the house. We are in the midst of the coronavirus. Me and Darren are both at home. We've not got it as time of recording this, but we're just self-isolating anyway. We do have 2 furry friends to look after, don't we? Yeah, so if you hear any noise, that's Toby sat with me. But yes, I think this is going to be quite a long video. I'll probably have to split it into a couple of parts as I usually do. But I'm just going to literally work my way around the house. I'm probably going to do it room by room. If you've been around my channel for a long time, you know I've done a lot of clear out videos, a lot of organising videos, and I've done everything from the KonMari method to, you know, doing it my own way, and just I've tried a lot of different things, and I think this is what's going to work for me this time, is just doing it room by room. I think I feel more accomplished, and it's slightly easier in my mind just to tackle one room at a time. So this is going to probably be filmed over the next couple of days, maybe even a week. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I thought I'd obviously sort of set the scene for you as this is what's going to happen. Like, these rooms are a tip. Ever since we've been back off holiday, like, it's just got bad, and like, because me and Darren have both been off work ill, so we've just like really like not kept up the house very well. So I've done like all like the housework as far as like the hoovering and dusting, and like changing the bed sheets and all that sort of thing, but it's really the picking up of items, sorting items, deciding what I need to get rid of. I think I might have touched on this slightly in a video before. I have a shopping addiction, and I feel it deserves its own like full video, because like me just skimming on the surface now is not really going to do it justice. But I do have a shopping addiction. I don't use that term lightly, because I know it can be thrown around, and it's like all that like retail therapy and being a shopping addict. Like, I literally, like, it's dangerous. Like, some days I can be really rational and be like, we can't afford that, like, why am I buying it, like, I don't need it. And then other days, like, I could like have a bad day, and then like I'll be up in the middle of the night, and suddenly, you know, I've spent £50 on clothes, and that's that. So I really need to tackle sort of the mindset behind it as well, as I'm going along, I think. And I am like, I think the first thing, like they say, is to acknowledge it and like talk about it, and that's the first thing that helps. And you know, maybe this will give you the kickstart to start sorting out some of your stuff. If you would like to see like a dedicated like shopaholic, like shopping addict video, leave me a comment down below, because it's not like overly talked about, and it's not necessarily, I mean, it's almost looked like a taboo subject, and it really shouldn't, because there's obviously like a mental health reason behind it. So I think I probably will do that video at some point. Just let me know if you've got any questions or anything you'd like to know in that video. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna have to try and work my way around 2 little furry dogs. I'll try and show you Oscar in this video as well, because he tends to follow me around a lot anyway. So make sure you also hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I know it seems like a bit redundant saying it, but if you want to see the rest of these videos as they come up, then you need to have me in your subscription box. And we are very nearly at 900 subscribers, so I would love to be able to hit that in the next couple of months. And yeah, let's head into the video. We are going to start with my filming room. I don't know if I've ever shown like a full tour of this on here, but I mean, it is just a mess. There is like clothes out, there's some jewellery left over from filming, just like some stuff that I need to just put away, boxes and things. This is just a whole lot of mess. I need to sort out my books and see if I can make some more room. Like, because at some point I need to get like my pin boards up on the wall, but I'm still deciding where to put those up. So yeah, this is what we're dealing with. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick up anything that doesn't belong in this room, whether that be clothes, gifts, whatever it is, it's leaving this room. It doesn't necessarily have to be put away straight away, but everything is coming out of the room. Which I've just realised I've put my tripod right in front of the door, so I don't know how I'm supposed to get out, but we will find a way. But yeah, well, let's get started. And I'm going to find something to watch or listen to on my phone. That's sort of the best thing that keeps me going. He's Oscar! Oh, he's so goodly. He's so goodly. He's like a big digital. There he goes. So I've just started to like pick things up, and I wanted to just mention something that I've noticed. So obviously I've put things in different rooms, like put stuff that needs to go downstairs at the top of the stairs, and what I like to do is get everything back to as near as possible that it should be, or if I'm not quite sure, a reasonable place up off the floor. I have too much stuff on the floor, and I know there's a lot of stuff still on the sofa, but just like putting things away and then I can go back in and micro organise. So putting all the books where they should be or as close as they should be, and then going back in and sorting out my books, that sort of thing. So that's the thought we're working on. So it's like just breaking it down so it's like smaller manageable steps. I get distracted very easily, as you might be able to tell, and this is definitely not going to be like a quick process, but one that needs to be done. And you know, I'm planning on doing a lot in here, whether it be filming or writing at the table, so I think this is just going to be really good for my mental well-being to be able to sort all this out. So yeah. So I've just been working on my wool collection. I feel like I need to start knitting again is the point, because I have a lot of wool. I think I'm really bad at hoarding wool and, you know, not using it. I know I tend to do it more in the winter anyway, but I've not long done like donated all those blankets for the Australian animals for the bushfires, and I've come across a couple other things online where you can knit up things to send, like blankets and even little like pieces of cloth and things for babies in the NICU, and those are great ideas because they're not necessarily something I'd necessarily knit up and keep for myself, and I've got a lot of wool that I necessarily maybe wouldn't make into a scarf or something because it is too small, but these smaller projects is something great that I could like focus on. Anyway, so that's the 4 shelves at the bottom, and I managed to put a bit more up there, so that's filled to the brim. But yeah, so there's 4 down there, and then there is some on the side there, but a lot less. It's sort of out, it's more contained. It's not ideal because I can't see a lot of what is behind that wall. It does go back quite far, but for now I think it'll be fine. So I'm going to sort out this bit up here next. I have some more sort of like crafty supplies and knitting supplies. I have all my ears. I need to, at the moment this is how I'm storing them, because I purely don't want them to get crushed anywhere. But I'm not sure, maybe I need to, I think I saw something that you could get that was like an over the door hanger. And I don't want to make this all about like going and buying things to help. I don't want to go out and buy a load of like organising containers and things like that and then come back and find that I'm not going to use them. I feel like I really need to think out, do the organising, and then go and specifically purchase things if I need them. So I'm going to see if I can still make this work, but I have seen something where it's like an over the door hanger where you can put all your ears on, so that might be a nice way just to display them a bit more, because at the moment they're a bit all jumbled. So that is what I'm going to do. So I've not done a whole lot to this shelf. I just sort of fanned out my ears a little bit more, and I think they're going to be fine there for now. Nothing's getting squashed, you know, I can see everything. It is protruding out a little bit, but I think that'll be fine. I've left all the sort of crafty stuff up there just because it's up there, it's out of the way. There's not a lot of like behind door storage in this room. In fact, there's none. So that's just going to stay there, and I'm going to keep my I Love Lucy thing there because I don't necessarily want it downstairs. I want it like out and like visual, and it sort of also hide some of the crap behind it. Next I'm going to be working on my books. So not only do I have these 4 shelves here, I have a Harry Potter one, and a Christie one, and then just the other 2 are random. I have this whole bookshelf, which as you see I film in front of. So all the books at the top are ones that I've read, and then going right down to the bottom, if you can see, that is all to be read books mostly. So I need to sort that out, decide whether, well, just sort that out really, because that is a hot mess. So yeah, this is the hard task now, and I find it difficult to like find that balance between, like, half of me wants to be like really minimal, but half of me loves having a collection of things, and books are like my little library, it's my little collection. I like having them out and on display. So I don't know how many I'm going to necessarily get rid of. I'm going to try to get rid of some, and just really think thoroughly about it, and then try and just reorganise this section if I can, because it's getting a bit crowded, and yeah, I love a book. So let's delve in and wish me luck. So I've just started with those shelves there and the to be read section down here. Got it all out. There is a lot of books that are on my to be read shelf. There is a couple that I know I need to pass on because I'm just not going to read them. Whether they were gifted or I ended up buying 2 copies of them. I've got a little stack here of children's books, which I'm going to move into the wardrobe in the spare bedroom. That's where we sort of stockpiled our little like future baby area. These are either books that I had as a child or I've just picked up because I think they're really gorgeous additions. Yeah, I've like tried to categorise all my bookmarks back down again, and we're going strong, we're getting there. I think I will come back to you once I've maybe decided what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep, just because this would be a very long time lapse for me to shorten otherwise. And yeah, I need to sort of figure out what I'm going to do with my coffee table books, and then go through the rest of the books and see what I want to keep and get rid of. And when I say get rid of, I mean like donate, or see if like friends or family want them, that sort of thing. So yeah. So you probably can't tell, but it's actually like 3 or 4 hours later now. It's about 7:30. Basically, I went for a nap and then I had dinner, and so now I'm just coming back to this now. So I'm going to try and do as much as I can in here tonight. I don't know if I'll necessarily finish in here tonight, but that is the plan. So yeah, let's see how we get on. So I thought I'd show you the progress I've made. What I've decided to do is basically swap those 2 shelves. So at the bottom we have the coffee table books, we have my Clockwork, what's it called? Like the Clockwork Angel series by Cassandra Clare, because I think I might want to try and reread that. If not, I will be getting rid of that because that is quite a large box set to have. And then I put all of my books to read on here. Now this is not ideal because it is double stacked, so I have pretty much all the hard books at the back and then all of the softer books at the front, but I managed to condense everything that was at the bottom here, which I mean I couldn't see at the back anyway, and everything that was on my other shelf, and put it in here. I did take a couple of books out so I'm gonna donate, because really I don't think I'm gonna be reading them anytime soon. There's a couple on here that I'm sort of unsure of, but I thought I'll give them a go, see if I can read them. Like, I don't want to force myself to read them, but like sit down, read the first chapter, and then if I don't like them, then I can pass them on. So those 2 shelves have been done. We've just got really the rest of it to do now. I mean, oh woe is me. But yeah, I've still got the 2 empty ones here. I think at some point I'm going to have to make 2 Harry Potter book cases, or even move it over onto here. I'm not sure, I quite like having it in there because it's like sort of sealed off in a way, just to sort of preserve it, but yeah. Where am I going with this? And this is sort of like all my crime, so I've got Agatha Christie and Murder, She Wrote books in there. So I need to decide what I want to do with these other 2 squares, but I think I might get all my books down first and maybe go through them. I do have this pile separate. These are books that I've read recently that I think I would like to talk about in a video. So yeah, as you can see, this book is the one I got at the airport, and I was right in the sense that I already had it. So we'll be getting rid of the hard back one, because no one needs to. So yeah, gonna plod on, and got some YouTube to keep me company, thank goodness. think I've decided what I'm going to do with those two little book cues. I think I'm going to do one with all like space dystopian-esque books, and then the other one I think I'm going to put in like war Holocaust books, just so I've got like some themed cubes in a way. I know I've still got that shelf at the top there with loads of books, but I've sort of run out of floor space, so I'm going to put what I can into these shelves and then we'll tackle that bit as well. So I will give you a closer look at those two. There's definitely like room to grow, but obviously I've not tackled that top shelf yet, so there's a couple that will go in there anyway. Let me show you what I've done. So this is like the space one, and then this is the war Holocaust section. You can tell I've got very varied tastes, but yeah, so that's that, and I think I can now pull down those books and then just restart again on the shelf. I want to make sure that I've got like pretty looking books in this one, because obviously this is where I sit and film and that's what you see, so I want something that's quite light in colour. Yeah, so that might not change too much like when you look at it in my videos, but yeah, let's get going with that. So I have finished the bookshelves now. So you saw the one behind me with the space and like the war theme books, and I'll go through my theory for doing this bookshelf. It's definitely going to have to adapt as I go along, because there's not a lot of room in some sections to grow, and you'll see that, but this is just like what I've done for now. I've tried to categorize things as much as I can. I think that will be easier for me to not only see what I have, but easier if I want to go and pick up a book again, or just, you know, everything's in its place. So I will start at the bottom and I'll work my way up. So you saw my coffee table books, my to be read shelf, and then moving up we have all thriller and sort of suspense books here. I put them together mainly because they all have very dark spines to them. Moving over, we do have a couple more at the top which have like lighter spines, a couple that have just slipped their way in, and then at the bottom here we have all sort of like medical or profession work. So yeah, it is pretty much all medical nurses and doctors' accounts of things. So that is what I have on that shelf. And then moving up, like I said, this is the one that you mostly see in my videos, so I wanted to keep it light, and things that had like nice spines and things like that. So these Kate Morton editions are really gorgeous, so those had to make a return there. And then just whatever had a lighter colour or, you know, was visually pleasing to the eye, I've put there. And then moving up, we sort of have like my middle grade and YA section. So you've got all of the Kingdom Keepers series. I do want to keep reading the next, like the Return series. I think I might have to start reading those again at some point. But some more like YA middle grade books, obviously Divergent and Hunger Games. I think I'll probably end up reading Hunger Games soon again, because obviously the last, or like the prequel book is coming out, so I want to read that. I've never been a fan of these copy editions, so at some point I would love to get new ones, but for now we stick with those. So that's what I've got on that shelf. And then at the top is a lot of hardcover books, so just general fictional books. We've got some autobiographies, and then at the top I've just literally put whatever else would not fit in these shelves or didn't like go with the theme. So obviously there's room to grow at the top. There's not a lot of room to grow on these shelves. So as I get more books or sort books out, these will obviously change. But I'm very pleased. I'm going to put my little knickknacks back on it, and I think I might call that a night for tonight. I'm not completely finished with this room by any means, but I'm super pleased that the books are done. What's the time? It's 8:30 now. I'd like to go down and spend a bit of time with Darren, and I feel like we've accomplished some things today. I feel like I've made more mess in other rooms because I've had to sort of put things away, but we're making progress. This is my books that I need to get rid of. Some of them are going to be for sale, like the ones that are autographed, like these 3, but the others I'll just donate where I can. So this may or may not be like part 1 of a series, depending on how long it's been. So I will either see you tomorrow or I will see you in the next video. Goodbye! Hi guys, welcome to day 2 of what I'm going to call quarantine clean. We are on day 2, we are back in the office, and I don't have a lot more to do in here. The other things that I mainly want to sort is these files down here. Sort out that pile of like papers and stuff there. That is all like knitting projects, so that doesn't really need anything doing to it. I might just sort out the bits at the bottom, and then I need to tackle this mess really. So that's where we're at. I'm also going to be probably watching a lot of Animal Crossing because it's just come out and I'm thinking about getting it. So yeah, let's crack on with day 2. I've got my little companion Oscar. Oscar, say hi. He was barking, so I brought him up. I'm going to start on this section. distracted, as you can see. My mum FaceTimed me. I've got both dogs here now, just chilling out, and I've tried to tackle some of my desk area. I've done my little magazine racks and gotten rid of a few magazines because I just don't read them and there's no point keeping them, so I'm going to recycle those. I'm going to next go through this little set of 4. This is like got like stationery in it, so I'm going to go through that and then go behind and do the drawers that are in there. One of these, this one at the bottom is all just like photos and stuff, so there's not really going to be anything getting rid of, but maybe just organising a bit more and seeing what I can do with this space. What's the matter, Toby? You want to go out? Here's Oscar. And there's Toby. You want to go out? Found some sort of receipts and things in here, so I'm going to sort these out. They probably can all be gotten rid of, to be honest. And then I've got an empty drawer, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in that. But it's nice to have like an empty drawer to like collect things in. So I'm going to sort these and then I will come back to you in a second. So I thought I'd pick you up and show you where I'm at with my desk. I'm pretty much finished, really. And here is all like craft stuff. I know it doesn't look very organised, but it's because it's like got lots of oddly shaped bits and signs. That is the market stuff I might need one day. In this second drawer I put some cables, like all my camera things. I mean, it's not everything, but it's a good place to corral it. And then in the bottom is excess stationery from what is like in here. I'm going to take these envelopes out and put them, actually, no, they might be good to have in there as well, actually. So that is that. This has got notebooks in it, some sticky notes, that sort of thing. If I've got any sort of like vouchers, 10% off things for like next purchase, I've left them in there. And then the bottom one is, oh, okay, we need to sort that out. So this is all like, oh, okay, this is all like our photo albums and stuff, so I'm just going to have a little jiggy around. It's not like the biggest thing to keep everything in, but that's what we've got for now, so let's try and figure that out. So I have sorted that out, made it a little bit neater. I've put in away all like the maps I got off holiday, basically everything that was on there. I just need to sort out some receipts and pop these bits, like the pin bits, away and some headbands away. I found this, which actually I think was my nan's, but I think it would be quite nice to put a picture in it, so I've taken that out. And yeah, I think once I just sort out the few last little bits, that will be this room done. Clearly, Oscar's thrilled. Oscar? 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 Oscar bear? Ozzy? Oh, Snoozy. Oscar. So this is the final after. As you can see, a lot more organised than it was before, a lot more like floor space and an Oscar. So I need to hoover in here now, things are up off the floor. I've got those books that I need to sort through to like take to charity or things like that. That's all like camera equipment. That bag on top is actually my dad's like GoPro stuff, so I will be giving that back to him. I managed to find a place to put my handbag box. These are all pieces of art that I need to get like framed, so for now that's just gonna hang there out the way. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. So I am gonna end the vlog here for my office clean, what we're calling it, quarantine clean. So this is like the first part. I will be doing all the other rooms in our house and cupboards and things like that. So yeah, here's the little star of the show. But I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and then you won't miss the rest that come in this series. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.